First letter, the luminous mind. Lord Buddha told us that the mind is luminous, and it is the defilements that make it lose its luminosity. He showed us how the mind gets defiled and what we should do to regain that luminosity. A luminous mind is the result of 5 niyamas. The 5 niyamas are Kamma niyama, Dhamma niyama, Putu niyama, Bija niyama, and Chitta niyama. Lord Buddha wanted us to look after the mind and bring it back to that luminous state. He showed that the mind gets transferred from one birth to another next with a new birth. He did not talk of reincarnation, but of rebirth. There is a clear distinction between the two and will be discussed in a later Bodhi leaf. For now, remember the example of the seed and tree. The seed gives birth to another tree, but that tree is not the same tree as the parent tree, but neither it is completely different from the parent tree, as it retains some of the qualities of the present tree. A mango tree will not produce an apple tree, but only a mango tree of the same variety as its parent tree. Let us look at the way the mind develops. The mind is connected to the sense bases, which are smelling, tasting, feeling, and thinking. These sense bases can either take the mind towards wholesome states or towards unwholesome states. What really determines which route it takes? Lord Buddha showed that it is ignorance or avijja that makes us choose the unwholesome state. We get attached to what we like and want to keep them and not let them go, while we try to get away from what we do not like. We do not know how to react in a wholesome way, and in this process, the mind gets defiled. So how do we keep the mind wholesome? By practicing Sila Visuddhi. The mind is very sensitive and reacts to sensations in 3 ways. Pleasurable, I like it. Unpleasurable, I do not like it. Neutral, neither pleasurable nor unpleasurable. We react to these feelings in 3 ways: verbally, speech; physically, body reactions; mentally, thinking. Lord Buddha showed how these reactions result in either wholesome deeds or unwholesome deeds. We have to guard our mind against the unwholesome deeds that we may commit verbally, physically, or mentally. At the same time, he wanted us to cultivate wholesome deeds again, verbally, physically, or mentally. That is how we practice Sila or morality. Where do we start? What are the first steps to get us to Sila Visuddhi? Lord Buddha categorized 10 unwholesome deeds and 10 wholesome deeds. He showed in several suttas how we can guard against the unwholesome deeds and instead develop wholesome deeds. First of all, we have to cleanse our speech. And how do we do that? Lord Buddha showed us 4 types of speech to avoid: lying, gossiping, divisive, and useless or empty speech. Instead, we have to ensure that words we utter are timely, truthful, and purposeful. That the intention is good and uttered in a compassionate tone. Secondly, we have to cleanse our bodily actions. Lord Buddha showed us 3 ways of behavior to avoid. They are namely killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. In other words, develop fear and shame of wrongdoing. Hiri uttappa. Finally, how do we cleanse the mind? Lord Buddha showed that the mind is defiled in 3 ways: covetousness, ill will, and wrong will. And how do we avoid this? Lord Buddha showed us that self-restraint of faculties, that is Indriya Samvara, is the way to achieve this goal. May all of you be blessed.